Shidim Shari, Green Paradise indeed. It is Saturday, September 28th, 2024, and we still have one more trading day left for the quarter and the month. Not sure if that will be a big significance, but yesterday, Friday, was more tame than I expected. As usual, the market can be surprising. Not complaining as far as not having a crazy Friday. It was a fairly tame Friday for myself. Make some profit. Positive return for the week. What is there to complain, right? All right, real quick before I get going. As of last week, well, this week, econ data was fairly mute. But next week, big week, big week. This is about as big as it can be when it comes down to econ data next week. And that will set the stage for what the Fed will do as far as the next rate cut. We have first on Tuesday, we have job opening, and labor turnover rate. That will determine, and then of course, you have jobless claim, and then on Friday is the big one. I believe it is the unemployment rate. Yeah, that's the one that kind of messed up my expectation and prediction. Prior to that number last month, my prediction was unemployment rate is either going to stay the same, which was 4.3% in July. That was a number. In July, the number was 4.3%. And then I expect that number to either stay the same or go up in order for the Fed to panic or to cut rate by 50 bips. But that number actually went down to 4.2%. And that was the sole factor that swayed my decision that the Fed may not cut by 50 bips. Just a recap of what happened. And the Fed still cut by 50 bips. So they saw something that I didn't see, or many people in the market didn't see. I think overall it was like a 50-50 bet from what I can remember. So at least half the people thought Mr. Powell was still cut by 50. I was swayed by the unemployment rate, however fake that number is. Now, if that rate go up next week, I think that's gonna, the question is how much will it go up? If it go up, right? And I will once again throw out my prediction. If that rate tick up, let's say from 4.2 to 4.3, I don't think the Fed is gonna cut by more than 25 bips the next time he decides to cut. Now, if that number jumped to 4.4%, then that lean more toward potentially another 50 bips. If that number jumped bigly, which is the odd is against it, but if it jumped from say 4.2 to 4.4, 4.5, which is really unthinkable. But if it jumped to 4.5%, then I think the Fed will cut 50 hands down, not even, it's 100%. That's how far I will go. As my prediction is, if unemployment rate is 4.5%, the Fed will go full on 50 bips, and we will have an equity meltdown. Just as we had an equity meltdown when the unemployment rate went from 4.1 to 4.3% back in July. Just saying, okay? Just like this. You see this? You see this big move on TLT? Yeah, that can happen. Market meltdown, equity market meltdown, and bond market melt up. Okay, all that prediction out of the way. TLT break out of the channel. Short rule. Would I would love to see TLT stay in the channel and go sideways? Sure, absolutely. But it is what it is. Is it a big concern? Not really. We still have higher, low, higher, high, and so the trend is still upward. It's just the trajectory. I still stand by my year end. We're gonna be in the 108 to 110 area. All right. So I sold a ton of put spread, you name it, all kind, dozen of them. I already have 6 going into next week, and I probably will add another 6 by the end of Monday or Tuesday, depending on how I feel. I had a dozen that expire last week or this week, so keep it going. I did not put in any bear spread yet on any of the major indices, but I probably will do that on Monday. Okay, it was tempting. It was tempting. I've been looking at the bear spread for the whole week, going back to the last week. So for 2 weeks, I've been waiting. So but I think it's time. I patiently waited until the end of the month. That was the goal, and if there is one, I probably will sell something like a 4, depending on where it is. But if it stayed the same on Monday, then I would do something like a 426. I prefer to be green up, right, into at least 425-ish. But if I go up on the pop, 425, 410, going out to the end of the month, buy myself 4 weeks of time, at least 4 weeks of time. Okay, but that's the plan. The plan is 425, 410 bear spread on DIA. I would not be chasing going long on any one of these indices. Okay, not a chance. SPY pushing. I should change it into. In fact, let's do it. Why not? It definitely stay above that. So let's remove that. Let's replace that with a fib extension. Why not, right? It would make the bull happy. Right there, the breakout. Okay. So where can it go? 583-ish potentially before it meet another resistance. Not that it's not resisting right here. As far as SPY, if I was to be able to short on Monday, hopefully be like a 575, 555, like a 20. Yeah, I do that. Okay, to me that's a doable bear spread. At least 15 point. Okay, so maybe a 575, 560. That's possible too. So it depends. But I prefer to do like a 15-point spread between the two puts. So that's the plan. QQQ, not something I would want to do a bear spread, but if I was to do one, it would be something like, if there was a pop to anywhere near 490, maybe 490, 470, something like that. Okay. It's I would say it's the least of my favorite big three to do a bear spread, but I might do all three. Yeah, I might do all three. Why not? Put those 3 bets on, maybe cost $1,000. If I can make toss $1,000 into that bet, maybe make $2,000. The other IWM, uh, this is at least, I'm not a big fan of QQQ bear spread, and IWM, same thing here. It's if I was to do one, it would have to be like something like a 225, 210. Okay, another 15-point spread. But yeah, it can. It's very volatile. Okay, IWM, it can happen. All right, for the small cap to have a meltdown. So all four. There you go. That's my play. If I was to do anything, it would be bear spread on those two on Monday. On those four, I mean, there's four potential, but I like DIA and SPY the most. QQQ and IWM is on the second tier as far as bear spread. All right, done with that. Let's go Max 7. NVIDIA. There is this downtrend that it's showing. Okay, you get the 52-week high here, almost got there and struggle, got there and struggle. Okay, so no doubt this is important. Okay, it has shown it's resisted. I'm gonna make it white. You know how we play. Whatever's important, we want to make it white so we can see it. So yeah, I did trim more NVIDIA on this move here, and for now, it's I'm down to about half of my position compared to what I had down here. Okay, on this downdraft, I bought a bunch and I have trimmed. I'm down to half of what I have, so not very bullish on that. Okay, this is a big part of why QQQ is not at the all-time high. The semi has been weak. I mean, it has bounced from the low, but certainly it has lagged. Meta, whew, what is going on there? Okay, it is depend on how it behave this week. I probably will change either this into a fib extension or do another fib retracement should this roll over. Okay, but this white line is another one that we should take a look at going back 3 years. Okay, look like it's going back to 3 years ago, but let's go back even more to see if there's any significant why I make it white. Yeah. Excuse me. Let's go back way back. Okay, way back. So yeah, it's at the point of like a long-term trend, no doubt. Let's see if it can stay above it and keep going high. If it does, then next week I will change it into a fib extension. Okay, but for now, it surprised me. I have not trimmed much of Meta this week. Stay greedy there. Google, I'm waiting to add on downdraft. Where would I add? Where would I sell put spread down here? 155, 150. Okay. To me, I don't mind doing that. I don't mind buying Google at the 20. If there's a pullback right now, it's sitting on the 50, right? Which is fine. It's sitting on a fib as well. But yeah, to me, not a hard decision. Okay, there was a tiny gap here that it came down and filled real quick and then rise up. So it's sitting on the 50, that's fine. 20 conversion with the 100 MA, easy buy. Okay, but sell put spread at 155 and below. Now, if there is a major meltdown in the market next week because of the job number, unemployment rate, then yeah, I would buy down here. okay, that gap fill. I have an order sitting there, and I might increase the size of that order if there is a major pullback, okay, because I do think Google is a buy down here. Netflix, no way, no touch. Okay, if you have it, I should be if it can stay over here, if it go back below the 20, right, then I would change the fib retracement to the top range. Otherwise, I will flip it over to a fib extension. But for now, it's a no touch. Yeah, it is not. Netflix is yeah. I just don't get too excited on Netflix there. Apple, can't get too excited there either. If you have it, you should be trimming. Set your stop at the 20. Do something. It's not compelling to be long there. Not a fan of shorting Apple either. Tesla, crazy. Congratulations if you bought the dip, but it's time to go. Okay, Tesla is crazy. I don't see a compelling. It did break out of the triangle, right? Remember, I drew in this triangle, and it broke out and run nicely into the resistance. Now, can it get up to all-time high at 271? Is that an all-time high, or is that just year high? Let's go back 3 years. Or that's just the year high. All-time high is way up there. Ooh. Oh, that's ugly. Okay, that's ugly. But congratulations if you own it and made money. I missed out on it, and it's okay. Can't get them all. It's definitely not a stock for the trader that can't trade fast. It's a fast moving stock on either way. Look, the last time it moved, big move, right? You're talking 180 up. It's literally a $90 move in 2 weeks. Okay, that's how fast it can go, and then it can go just as fast to take back that in 2 weeks. Okay, so this time it's a longer move. This had been a 6 weeks move, right? From mid-August. Well, you can even say that it's a 2 months move, right? Because at the start of August, nasty dip, right? Barely almost 2 month move. So yeah, this is one of the longer move. So nah, it's a no as far as going long there. Amazon, it's a meh. Adding, would I buy into Amazon? Maybe down here. Okay, to me, down here, the 61.8 fib and the 200 is lining up nicely at 175-ish, 176. That's the spot. Of course, channel low 173, 174. Yeah, that's the buy down here. So if the Nasdaq have a meltdown into the 176, once and below, yeah, that will be the spot. All right. Otherwise, limited upside. Did I cover all the Max 7? I think so. Jump into some old tech. Adobe, I like here. I did not add yet. I would consider add more in this gray zone here, right? In the 500. I have ordered in at 500. So I like it. I like Adobe here. I'm glad I got out up there, and it's time. It's time to return down here. So come on down. Now it's holding this white line. Okay, so let's review what that white line is. Let's go back 3 years. Yeah, that's major. Okay, sure, it violated for a couple weeks, but for the most part, that's the line. That's the long-term trend line. Okay, so and it's right there. It's converging right there at the 508 area, the fib, the 50 fib. But to me, yeah. Now, if there is a bigger dump, Then the next fib, the 61.8 fib, is right there at the below. Let me show you right here. Okay, if there is a bigger dump, potentially you could have 482, and then of course the gap fill down there, right? If there's a major pullback, that's the spot to go super big, big. And then could there be tax loss selling pressure? Potentially, if there's a breakdown. Okay, if we have a breakdown in the next week or two, then there could be, you know, a massive pressure all the way down to fill the gap. It's possible, right? But for now, I'm not quite think that this is a stock that have a lot of loss. There was a lot of pain here. There was a lot of pain here that could have already washed out everyone up there, and the way it this double top, this you can look. There's a double top here, and then there's a double top here, right? So this right here could be the absorption of regret holders up here, right? That didn't sell down here, that held on to all that pain, and they got here and they're like, oh, thank you. And then the next time up, those that didn't sell on the first move here, saying, get me out. So yeah, it's I don't love it here. I would add to it down here. I would definitely add to it more at the 61.8 fib. But here's a game plan. The same game plan I had before was I might be adding at 500, but I will have a tight stop. I did this the last time. Okay, the last time when this happened, I had tight stop and I got stopped out 3 times. But ultimately, it was a good stop because I was able to acquire all the share lower, okay, lower, and then enjoy the ride up. It was a pain in the butt to get stopped out at 495, 490, and 485. This time I went back in and then get stopped out and 3 times. So yeah, so I probably will repeat the same thing. I might buy at 500 with a tight stop, and then buy them back lower, and then set another stop. IBM, bossing. Wow. Okay, wow. Amazing. Old tech, not boring. Would I chase it here? No. Yeah, it's a definite no to chase it. Okay. Now, if you want to do a fib extension, you can do that. Let's do that. Let's do, okay. So let's do fib extension. We do this high right here. Okay. So from low to high, test, breakout. Next up is 228-ish. If you have it, you might want, not a surprise that it got to this area here and stall. Okay, that's 1 fib. That's how you use a fib extension, right? Oracle, bossing as well. No touch here. Okay, no touch here. If you have it, congratulations. Now Cisco, wow. Okay, yeah, that was one that I wanted. Okay, I wanted Cisco. I like Cisco. It's this gray zone, right? And every time it dipped below, twice I was able to take advantage of it, but I missed out this time. And boy, I almost bought. I had ordered in on this pullback, and I just missed it. The order was sitting right there, and boy, woo, too late now. It filled the gap though. Look, not a random spot. Okay, it filled this long time gap going way back to November. So I say be careful. Be careful. Okay, it's I think that run is over. Remarkable. Okay, 20% plus run in the last month. Impressive. All right, let's move on. I'm gonna skip pharma, go right into banks. I did the pharma already during the week, cover a lot. So let's go into banks. Goldman Sachs, running out of steam here. To me, nothing compelling here to be long or short. Would I buy Goldman Sachs? Maybe down here at the 100. Yeah, for sure. For sure. The 200. Okay. If there's a big pullback as we had here back in July, yeah, I do it. Okay. You get Reflow, 61.8 200. My goodness, that's a beauty of a spot to buy, right? So I'll be patient. I go bigly down there. All right. I will sell bigly, put spread down there if there is juice. All right. I like it down there, not up here. Morgan Stanley, I'm out. Nothing compelling here to be long or short. Would I buy Morgan Stanley at this white line? This white line, converging with the 200 MA, yeah. Just like Goldman Sachs, okay, pull back into 94. I take it. I'll go bigly on 94. Wells Fargo, nothing here compelling to go long. Okay, now would I go long at the ref low? 50-ish, yeah. The last two times it came down, it was a buy. Okay, so not 50, like more like 50.6-ish, where this yellow line is. Okay. Yeah, that's the spot. Okay, that's the spot. In fact, I'm gonna make this excuse me, change that into a white line because it's important. Okay, because resistance, breakout, support. Okay, so yeah, down there. Bank of America, nothing compelling here. Now, 200 MA, yes. Ref low, yes. But hey, if Warren Buffett doesn't love it, why should you? But as far as a trade, I like the 200 MA because it lined up with the white line. Okay, I don't need to go back to know that that white line is a key spot. So that conversion area of 36, 37, yeah, I buy. Schwab, I still have some. I sold. I had two that was called away. Okay, and I still have 200 share there, and I sold puts again. I've been selling puts on this, and if it's a sign at 62, I believe yesterday I sold 62 naked puts. I got like 20 something cents, 24 per naked put, something like that, something in the mid 20, I think. But yeah, there was two expiring last week, and then two expiring this week. And then last week I also had the cover call at 65 taken away. So it's fine. It's, like I said, I like Schwab here. Perhaps it is pressure by tax loss selling, and that's okay. If it come down, I buy. Okay, I would outright buy the share. But for now, I think the puts that I sell every week will likely be good enough to grab the share if they dip below 63 or 62. I'd be very happy to reacquire those 200 shares at 62 and below. Not a problem. Visa. I'm glad I sold, right? For those that follow my journey with Visa, it was great time to buy down here. We trim on the way up. No brainer to get out at 292. That's where my order to GTFO. I saw a bunch of put spread on this dump down here. Yes, okay, bought some little share here and there. And on the pullback, if it pull back to 266 ish, 267, yeah, I'll add. Okay, I like Visa here. I don't really care about the lawsuit, but come on down. If there's a market, if it's an overall market meltdown, I do think we're gonna get our chances to buy down here. Even if we might even see it down here. Okay, that would be sweet to be able to buy the share back at, you know, below 260. Easy decision to load up on Visa again down there. Easy. All right, done with that. Let's move on to gold. GLD. Add the next fib. Once again, the fib extension come into play, right? We had this move up here, consolidate for a couple days, move up to the next fib, consolidate, so that's fine. Would I add to gold? If there's the way to do gold, I would say is to sell naked puts or put spread at the 20, using the 20 as your guide, okay? Because it's a bull move. It's a bull move, okay? Sure. Has it violated the 20? Yes. But for now, it's a buy at the 20. So if you don't want to outright buy the share, sell a put spread or put. Any way you want it, it's there, okay? GDX, I've been selling naked put for weeks now, and that's fine. It's not cheap, okay? It is at the top range. If you run the comparison between gold and let's do that. Let's do just that to show you. Add study, compare GLD. Here we go. Okay, when you see this, bargain, screaming bargain. When you see this, not anymore. Right now, it's not expensive. It's kind of a bargain, as you can see, compared to gold, right? I would love to buy it down here, which, you know, so going forward, would I sell? I sold a bunch of naked put at 38.5 and 38. I might even move it up to 39 based on what I'm seeing here. So we'll see. On a pullback on gold, would I sell naked puts at 39? The answer is yes. Would I outright buy some share at 39? The answer is yes. Okay? Just gotta do it. Do what you have to do. Okay? Let's end this on oil. USO. I sold puts 66, 64, which is fine. There is no way I'm selling anything in the 70. Okay, let's removing the comparison of gold. That's no need to that. But yeah, look at that. Look at that. Okay. Now, for me, it's 60. This is why I do 66, 66, 64. Okay, and if there's further weakness, I don't mind. If the 66 get a sign, which, well, the 66 expired yesterday. As for this week, I have 64 expiring next Friday. On further weakness, I probably add to it as far as a 64 or a 63 or below. Yeah, it's fine. Like I said, I'm not chasing up here. Oil play, Chevron, where oil is, you can't be excited on any one of these. Okay, so yeah, they near the zone to buy, but yeah, it's not top priority. Would I throw if there's weakness into the gray zone? Okay, would I sell some kind of put spread like 130 and below? Yeah, I'd rather play safe down there. No need to chase up here. Definitely no. Okay, definitely ExxonMobil, no, no. If you want to buy at the ref low on a dip, I'd rather buy down here. Okay, there's no compelling reason to chase energy here, especially oil. Look at Oxy. Oxy. Once again, where's Warren? Right? I talked about Warren Buffett for the past month. Where is he? He's nowhere to be found. Okay, before for 2022, 2023. Oh, he loved Oxy in the 58. I can't wait to see the next press release on what he's been selling, and I wouldn't be shocked that Warren Buffett had dumped a major part of his Oxy to see this kind of meltdown. Yeah, meltdown. Okay, look at Oxy. Yeah, 3 years. Remember, 50 below 58 or 58-ish has been Warren Buffett buy, buy, buy. Of course, he bought way down here. Okay, Warren Buffett was he went big into Oxy before the move up, and then he add many times in the 58 area, and then he disappeared. If you love it at 58, where's your love at 51, right? I mean, it did come down to support 200 weekly moving average, but if there is news that Warren Buffett has sold hundreds of million, if not billion, watch out. Okay, well, in the hundreds of million, not billion, but you can see a retracement back to the mid 40s. Okay, so yeah, watch out. Natural gas. Oops. Want to see what natural gas has done? It moved. Yeah, look at the daily chart. Remember, that's why I was buying into Chesapeake, right? Look at Chesapeake. It's done. Okay, I'm out. Thankfully, with a profit. It was annoying. Okay, it was sure. I bought down here. I bought here. My initial buy was here, small, and I added, and then I preach about the turn in natural gas. Of course, I'm sure many people didn't care. I'm sure many people probably sold out of these things because, oh my God, hey, people can do whatever they want. I'm not responsible for people making money or losing money. I just tell people what I do. Now, I held on to all my CTRA because it has not run like Chesapeake. Okay, so if I was to add to anything in energy, it would be CTRA down here because I do believe there is a catch-up trade into the mid-20s. There is a 10% move into CTRA, in my opinion, compared to Chesapeake. Okay, so I do like CTRA. Now, Schlumberger is still slumming. I still have a small position there, nothing big. You know, would I sell it if I see 47? Yeah, yes, but no rush. Okay, no rush. I think there will be, I think there is tax loss selling pressure. Would I add to this? I might. This is one of those energy play that I might add down here between, in the 40s, low 40s, down to 38, tax loss selling, right? Outside of holding CTRA, I think Schlumberger would be a spot that I would add for energy exposure. And I think that is it. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.